Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been long overdue. However, if you would like to see how I created this look, stay tuned. So first up is our Rose Salve. Prep is so important to me. And then next I'm using the Mario Badescu Glycolic Eye Cream and then the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Lotion to start. Now I'm just priming my T-zone with Becca's Matte Poreless Primer. Now I'm just going to color correct with MAC's Prep and Prime Highlighter in the shade Peach Luster. I know it doesn't look like I need to color correct, but I like to do it anyways, so. Next up, we have the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in the shade Mocha, I believe. I'll have all the exact information in the description box below. But I have been recently loving this foundation. I've never worn drugstore foundation, so not never, but it's been a long time. And this was like my first drugstore foundation purchase in a long time. And I've really been enjoying it. And the brush that I'm using is by e.l.f. It is considered a powder brush, but it is a flat top powder brush that I love to use for my foundation. I have tried other brushes, beauty blenders, and honestly, nothing compares to this brush. So it will forever be in my kit. Next up, it is our Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. And yes, I know I'm late, but I love this concealer. Like, I am a MAC Pro Longwear concealer girl, but this concealer is actually really good and it lasts. So, yes. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I recently purchased some Black Opal sticks and I am using this shade Suede Mocha in the Black Opal foundation stick to contour. I like this as a contour product. I did try it as a foundation. I wasn't in love with it. Maybe it's the way I applied it, but I definitely love it as a contour. So that's what I'm using it for. And this brush is a Real Technique brush. I'm not sure the name of it, but I'll add everything down below. But I absolutely love this brush for blending because it gives me a very flawless finish. I feel like it takes too long for me to blend with beauty blenders, so I prefer brushes. And the brush that I'm using to contour my nose is MAC's 227 brush. All right, to set my concealer, I'm using Laura Mercier's Translucent Powder. And I know, I said I don't bake, but I don't know. I don't consider this baking because I don't purposely leave it on my face to bake. I just leave it there until I'm done with my brows. But hey, if it's called baking, then guilty as charged. Alright, so we're going to use Anastasiabeverlyhills Dip Brow in dark brown to fill in my brows. Let me get close to y'all. I do have a brow tutorial up, but I decided to go ahead and do a little brow in this tutorial since it's been so long since I've been with you guys. Plus, I just wanted to see how close I could get to my face and how clear it was. So yeah, I'm just using a brush by MAC. It's a small angle brush, it's the 208, to fill in my brows. And I'm just starting off in the middle of the brow and then I move to the front of the brow. And yeah, like I said, I have a tutorial up, so if you want a more detailed description of what I'm doing to fill in my brows, then click on my page. Okay, Okay, now it's time to dust away that powder. I like to use a little bit of powder to set my eyes as well. While I'm dusting the powder away, I'm not using anything to dust it away at the moment. I'm just taking a brush and buffing out that translucent powder. Now I'm using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in Dark Tan to set my entire face. I like to also go over where I've used the translucent powder just to even out my skin tone. So yeah, this is what I like to use. So now I'm going to go over my contour with MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in Dark Deep. This is my initial contour shade. I like to use 2 shades, so this is what I consider my base contour. So now to get a little more definition, I'm using the Queen's Collection color in bronze. And baby, let me tell you, this bronzer will have your face so chiseled. It is a throwback product, but I can't leave it alone. It works for me, and that's what I'm going to continue to use. Unless I find something similar or something that doesn't make me too red or too ash, this is what I'm going to use. Yes, honey, it's the NORVINA palette by Anastasiabeverlyhills. So first color I'm using is Eccentric. I'm going to buff that into my crease. The brush that I'm using was from a set called Jusep that I got off of AliExpress years ago. So yeah, I think the set was like $8. But it's one of the blending brushes that came in the set, and it's similar to MAC's 224. It's just a little more fluffier and uneven, and I feel like that's what creates a really flawless blend. So the next color I'm using is called Passion, and I'm using a short handle MAC 224 brush, and I'm just going to apply that a little lower than I applied the first color, and I'm just going to bring it all the way over so that when I cut my crease there is some definition, but not much. This is not a cut crease, but just a soft cut crease. So now I'm using a brush by Crown Brushes. It's their C469 Precision Concealer Brush to cut my crease. I got this brush tip from Beauty by Melissa on Instagram. Her work is amazing, and I decided to test out this brush cutting my crease. And yeah, I kind of cut it out because I don't know, it's very hard for me to cut my crease on camera. But I'm just going back in with Passion on the end there. And then the color I put next to that was Drama. The brush I'm using is MAC's 242 brush, which is what I usually use to cut my crease. Yeah, I don't know that I like the Crown brush to cut my personal crease, but when I cut my clients' creases, I like it. And then the next color I'm using is called Celestial from the palette, and I'm using Chanel's Wet, I think it's their Wet eyeshadow brush. I think that's what it was called. I'll list it down below, or is it a cream eyeshadow brush? That's what it's called. Yep. So I'm placing that right next to Drama and creating, you know, a little overlay there. And the next color I'm using in the inner corner is Wild Child. And the brush that I'm using to apply that is a Real Technique Precision brush, which is another brush that I use to cut my crease. And I actually like this brush out of all the brushes to cut my crease, just because I have a really difficult time because my eyes are shaped 2 different ways. So this one gives me more of a precise cut when I use it. So yeah. Now that the eye is complete, I'm going to go ahead and finish the other eye, lashes, and liner off camera. And here we go. So I'm applying Max Blush and Pinch Me. And going straight into my Glow Kit by Anastasiabeverlyhills from my highlight. Highlight. This has been my go-to for highlight just because I can mix the highlighters. So yeah. Okay, y'all, the struggle was real. I created a Instagram video for this look as well, and I was just trying to find a way to hold my lip products, and it was just not working. Like, look at this. So anyways, I used Chestnut liner by MAC, and then I usually apply my lipstick first. The lipstick that I use is Cherish. It's a satin finish lipstick by MAC. And then I apply my liner after lipstick. And then the gloss that I'm going to put over that is Rihanna's collab, her Viva Glam collab with MAC. It was her Rihanna 2 gloss, and it has, like, you know, little purple specks in it. I thought it would look really, really cute with this look. So that's what I used. And shout out to my friend Lusu for this Sephora mirror. It actually came with a gift card, and I haven't even spent the gift card yet. Like, I've been obsessing over this mirror, and you will be seeing this mirror in all of my videos. Yes. And now to complete the look, a little Fix Plus. And we're gonna mist it all over, and we're done. Voila. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notifications for my next video. Until next time, dolls. Bye.